Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the next episode of our Pokemon Radical Red Hardcore Randomized Nuzlocke. As you can tell, we are back at our house at the very beginning of the game. Unfortunately, in the previous episode, we did, of course, lose on Nugget Bridge. That was a very difficult gauntlet for us, and really being the first time that I've kind of made it through this part of the game, I felt like I learned a lot. We do have some updated documentation, which may help us out a little bit here, of course, guys. And as we learned in the previous few episodes, unfortunately, what we were using was a little out of date, so that's okay. But right now, we are going to be kicking off and seeing what our brand new starters will be, guys. So I've got my fingers, I've got my toes crossed, I've got everything crossed for some really incredible encounters to kick things off. We definitely need them to make sure that we get just the best team that we can possibly get as we make it through the beginning of this game. Hopefully, oh wait, we have to go to the grass here. Hopefully making it further than we did in the previous run. Now, one thing I want to mention very quickly, at the top left of your screen, you will see a death counter here. That will update as we lose the game, which I'm sure will happen again. And hopefully we can keep that number as low as possible. But I do anticipate, this is a hard game. This is a tough one. Definitely more competitive than what we're used to on this channel. And so as we lose, that's fine. But that will probably go up as we go through this. Now, we've got new starter choices right here, and that is what I'm really excited about. So let's see what we've got. Okay, that's a pretty good start. That isn't. But I gotta be honest, for the first couple gyms, I feel like this is the most helpful. Granted, of course, the dragon whatever guy is Tyrantrum. Is it Tyrantrum? Very good. But I'm gonna take this, dude. We gotta take Rillaboom. All right, who are we gonna name this after? Let's see. I like Ally. We're gonna go Super Ally for this. Super Ally, thank you so much. Really appreciate you being here. This is definitely a good mon. We're going to check the ability before we jump into this battle, but that is our first Pokemon added to the layout. Now, let's see what we actually have here. Obviously holding the Oran Berry here, guys, but it has snow warning. That is not very good, unfortunately. I really don't love that, but I am glad that our rival Unlucky here took the Caterpie and not the other Pokemon, although, truth be told, we probably could have taken it on. I'm not saying we would have definitely won, but I think we would have done okay. There's that snow warning. Not great for us, but it does put a clock and break sturdy. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But it does break sturdy on basically every Pokemon. So there is some benefit to it. It's just not the best, unfortunately. I will say, guys, at the recording of this episode, only the first episode of the series has actually gone up, which is kind of crazy to say. But I really do hope you guys are enjoying this one. I think this is going to be more of a long-standing series on the channel because it is so difficult. And obviously, we're going to have a hard time with some of that. I just realized as well. It doesn't look like our self-sufficient. Okay. It doesn't look like our emulator audio is coming through, but we'll have to see what we can do here. I may, after this battle, do a quick check, and then we'll kind of see where we're at. If we need to update it, of course, we certainly can. This is actually a very annoying battle, so I'm going to speed up very quickly. Just because that seems to be taking quite some time. All right, there we go. Level 6. Obviously, we were going to win that one. That was more just of an annoying battle. That's so good. So I think we just get rid of Growl. That seems like the easiest option here for sure. And let me just see here really quick, guys. I'm going to check volume on my emulator. Let's do this and see what happens. There we go. I'm not really sure what was going on there, but that way we are good to go. All right. I wanted to make sure we had game audio. That was kind of strange that we didn't for a second. I didn't actually change anything. I just clicked out of it, basically. All right. Very good. Oh, whoops. Prototype for a time changer device. Let's see. Let's give it a go. Let's see what we can do. Does not have a specific night. I think it's Pancham. I don't know. I'm gonna say 11. Oh no, is that wrong? Dang. We'll do Pancham, and then maybe 5. Yeah. gonna say never. All right, here we go. We got it. I like that. That's so good because it does mean that they're going to continuously be updating this game. That's phenomenal. All right, guys. With that, we can actually head on through Route 1 here, see what we can find. Hopefully, we can get maybe a level or two. We did learn, of course, in run number 1 that level caps are automatically enforced here, so we know we can't go past level 15 regardless of what we do. Whoa. Circuitry, or circuitry, that would be an interesting mon. I am going to speed up a little bit here. Just because, guys, we've been through the beginning of this game, I'm not going to stress too much about every little detail and like not speeding up, given we've kind of already seen it. Granted, of course, it's a new run, and so, ooh, taunt. I'm going to say no. Just because, you know, this is a new game, we get to see new encounters, all that stuff, but at this stage of the game, obviously, guys, it's sister. Unfortunately, you know, we just have to get through this parcel part of the game, and then we'll be good to go. Let's do it. I'm gonna heal up really quick. Oh, hi. Sure, I'll bring Ally out. Why not? Look at Ally. Looking beefy, man. Looking so beefy. I really do love Rillaboom, by the way. I think it's a cool mon. Look at this little drum. It's a really cool grass type mon. And actually one of my favorite, I'll say semi-recent, I guess, is a fair thing to say. Semi-recent grass starters. I feel like sometimes the grass starters are not my favorite, but in this case, I actually really did like Rillaboom. I thought it was very good. Although, you know, as I'm thinking back, like Sprigatito is awesome. That's such a sick Pokemon. And that obviously was our most recent starter. I'm curious what Gen 10 will look like. I know there's been a lot of information sharing, we'll say. Ooh, Zhangmo with neutralizing gas. That's actually pretty good. There's been a lot of information sharing, as we all know, on Gen 10. If you have not kept up with that, obviously, please do your research. I don't know if it's good or bad that it was leaked, to be honest, but it was. And so here we are. But regardless, I'm pretty curious to see what that actually will look like. I think it'll be really interesting. Obviously, every new Pokemon game is exciting. I do think, if I'm not mistaken, they did suggest that it was going to maybe go in a different direction from Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield. And I'm kind of curious to see what that means and what that looks like. Because obviously open world was kind of started in the Pokemon universe with Sword and Shield. By the way, guys, we do get to kick off the Nuzlocke now that we have Pokeballs. But obviously taken to the full extreme with Scarlet and Violet. And so I'm kind of curious to see what a different direction looks like when they say that for Gen 10. I think it could be very interesting. But here we go, guys. Route 1 encounter is here. This is our first. Ooh, and it's a good one. Dude. That's actually really good. I love Espeon. I think this is an incredible Pokemon. How do we not kill it? I'm gonna scratch. Okay, that was perfect. Snow Warning is gonna take a little more HP down, and I think, oh no, it didn't. Okay, never mind. So I guess it doesn't, I guess Snow Warning doesn't do what I thought it did. That was my mistake. Snow continues. Okay, so it's not hail, it's snow. I see. My mistake, guys. Totally wrong on my part. All right, we're gonna speed up a hair here. Oh no! Ooh, I don't really want to. I'm actually gonna try and grassy terrain here. So it's gonna heal up, and then I can scratch again. Our defense fell. All right. I am speeding up a little here, guys, again, just because I want to. Oh, man. I didn't think we didn't do. So mad. So mad. It's fine. All right. It'll be great. We'll be fine. Oh, you are just a douche showing up again. No, it's fine. Guys, as I mentioned at the beginning of this one, this is one of the harder challenges, if not the hardest challenge that we have done on this channel. If you think back to Pokemon Grueling Gold, which we did earlier in the year, that was sort of a Gen 2 version of this game. Now, I don't believe it was made by the same person. But obviously it had a lot of difficulty, just as this game does. But Rad Red was, I'm not going to say the first, because I believe there were like the Kaizo games were maybe the first iteration of like really difficult and focused on like battle mechanics, that kind of thing. But I will say this was really, or is really, one of the more like perfected versions, I will say. I think this is a very good game. And here we go, guys. This is a Veluza as our encounter. Actually, really don't mind this at all either. I just worry if we can scratch it or not. I guess we try. I mean, otherwise, I don't think we'll be able to catch it. So I think we do kind of have to go for it. Okay. All right, let's do it. It has Ice Body. Wow, that actually works beautifully with Ally here. That's actually kind of awesome. Okay, so it is going to Aqua Jet. That's fine. I'm going to just throw a Pokeball again. I'm going to Noble Roar. I'm going to let it heal up quite a bit, and then we're going to scratch again. Attack fell and special attack fell. Whoops, that's not what I meant. Let's Noble Roar. Okay, so the Ice Body did stop, obviously. I can't scratch it. I can Grassy Terrain, heal ourselves back up. This is such a janky, like the only problem with Rillaboom is it hits really hard, right? It makes it a little tricky to catch Mons, so we'll see what we can do. All right. I don't think we can, I'm gonna Noble Roar one more time just to try and be a little safe here, and then we will, that's fine. And then what we'll do is scratch. I think we can safely scratch this turn. I feel like this was well within range, so I'm gonna try it. Aqua Jet should do very little. Please don't kill. That's perfect. Oh, that's so good. Let's go, guys. All right, let's hope for the best. Please, 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 please. I would love this. Yes. Guys, this is a wonderful, wonderful complement to Ally here between the water and psychic typing. This gives us a lot of really helpful options. This is phenomenal. I'm going to name this one Queen. Where's the Q? Because I can see. We're going to name this Queen for Queen Kaylin. Kaylin, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being a part of this series, as well as just the channel, and look at you in all of your majesty. Fantastic. I have no clue how to use a Veluza. I've never used one before, but I actually really like Veluza. So I am stoked about that. That's excellent. Let's make sure we heal up here. We can grab the Old Rod and actually head back to Pallet Town to grab an encounter. And then as well, we've got one to the west of here, and then of course to the north as well. So today is definitely encounter day, guys. That is what we're going to be focusing on this time around. But in between episodes, and maybe even a little at the end of this episode, we will definitely want to train our team up, because of course the rival battle is really going to be the first big test of our run here. Now, I will say, because the level cap is 15 and it's really not that hard to get past, you know, the level, like what is it, 10 maybe, that we have on our rival here. I think we should be okay to just kind of run it, but we should be okay here. It's more the first gym leader that's a little scary, but honestly, between Ally and Veluza, oh! Guys, it's back. Wonder why it's back. I feel like we shouldn't be getting this many Toxtricities. It's fine. That's amazing. I mean, you guys know if we get this thing, we gotta name it Sista, even though it is a boy. But I mean, we have to, right? That's just perfect. And honestly, guys, it's a new typing for us. I will happily take it. This is yet another Pokemon that can be great for us in this early game where we, I don't know why I went there, where we, of course, have the Cerulean City Gym as our second challenge. So fingers crossed we can make this one happen, because this would be awesome. I am going to speed up a little bit here, guys. We know. This is encounter day. We just need to get everything we can get. Unfortunately, this thing is being a pain. Come on. Yes. Let's go. Come on. I love it. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. And we get a level on Ally here, which is pretty great. All right. Ally wants to learn Fake Out? Oh my gosh, yes. I think I just get rid of Scratch. Ally seems like a really good support mon and a very good lead, especially now with, we gotta name this Sista, by the way. You guys know. Sista, welcome to the squad. Thank you again for being a part of the run, and welcome back. Look at that. First 2 runs and we got both of you. Anyway, yeah, it seems like a really good support Pokemon, just in general. Punch moves hit a second time for 50% damage. That seems pretty good. Stats here. So again, I just want to point out, as you may notice, we've got E+, A-, E, D-, A+, D+. Those are IV ratings, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, we don't have great IVs here, so this isn't necessarily great. If we look at this, we've got a couple really good ones. Attack in particular is very solid. And then if we look here, we've got some reasonable ones there. So all that being said, you know, we do want to take a peek at those kinds of stat changes, things like that as we go through. Let's heal up really quickly. I'm curious if we get many punching moves on a Toxtricity. I actually don't know. And so we'll kind of see as we go through, but regardless, I'm very happy to say that is a 3rd mon added to the squad, and it's a return mon, which feels amazing. So very happy to see that. Let's just get this taken care of. No stress. We're just gonna kind of run through. Again, all I care about today, guys, is building out the team. That is all we need to do here. I want to make sure we are well taken care of when we go into this Gary fight, or excuse me, Unlucky fight. And yes, I did name him Unlucky. And I think, you know, certainly we've got a very strong start between these 3 Pokemon. So very excited to see how this goes. One thing I want to see, actually. What? No. We're never going to be able to catch this. Can I Fake Out? Are you Ghost? You're not Ghost. I did a lot. It's gonna Cosmic Power. Oh my god. I'm a little speechless that we have found this. So it's pure Psychic. I have no clue what this thing can have. I've just got nothing on hand here. What do we have on you? Eerie Impulse. Okay. I mean, I could Aqua Jet, maybe. I'm gonna try. It's a bit risky because I don't want to lose anybody here. I think Queen should be able to take it. Oh, it just teleports. Dang it. Cosmoem. That's 2 missed encounters. That would have been an incredible encounter. Could you imagine? Getting a Cosmoem this early in the game would be insane. Obviously, that was very unlikely to catch regardless. So, like, in some ways, I'm kind of glad we didn't get it. Or didn't waste any Pokeballs, maybe is the best way to say that. But regardless, I obviously would have loved that. So that's, oh, nice. We get those Oran Berries. Let's go ahead. Before we do anything, guys, let's make sure we throw those Oran Berries on the team. Obviously, any little bit of health regen, especially at this beginning of the stage of the game, is going to be just massive. We saw that in the very beginning, or I should say in the first run, where we absolutely were saved by an Oran Berry or 2 here and there. So let's see what this encounter will be. Hopefully it's something awesome. A Chandelure is very good. Now, this is actually a little scary because I don't know the best way to actually damage this. And I'm a little worried about what it can do to us. I think I can Branch Poke once. Yeah, good. But Flame Burst is going to come through, and that's going to do a lot of damage. So, snow continues to fall. That's fine. So it is going to Flame Burst again, I imagine. We do not have a good option for this, do we? I'm going to have to just throw a Pokeball here, I think. Not even close. It's going to Hex. So it does have a Ghost type move as well. That's very bad. Oh no, we may have to throw this one. Yeah, honestly, guys, like So it's done 20 damage to us thus far. I could Noble Roar. I'm gonna Noble Roar. See if we can get... It's gonna Hex again. Really? Okay, that did very little. The Oranberry does pop. That's good. So we're back up to 27. That means I can go ahead and Noble Roar one more time here. Excuse me. It's gonna Hex one more time, okay? How much does this do now? 3? I'm gonna keep Noble Roaring. There's the Flame Burst. Okay, but that does very little now. I'm gonna do it again. Okay. So now what I think I can do... God, this thing is... What level is this thing? It's level 3. I'm gonna get Queen out here. I'm a little worried about the Hex, to be honest. It's gonna confuse Ray. That's fine. I'm not damaging this thing at all with our Queen. We're gonna try for a Pokeball. I'm a little worried about tanking a hit here. Come on. Please don't do too much. Okay, so we have another shot. I did 6. I'm really glad we gave this an Oranberry because technically that will give us another shot at catching this. I would love to have a Chandelure on the team, a huge special offensive threat. Come on. I'm speeding up here, guys, because, I mean... Yes! That is so good! A Ghost Fire type is insane for our team. That fills out our Water, Grass, Fire core. Not only that, we now have Psychic and Ghost type, and of course, an Electric type as well. So we are looking very, very strong as far as typings are concerned for this team. Obviously, we need to give this wonderful little guy a good nickname here. What do we want to give it? We are gonna go Hunter. This is for Chase Hunter TV. Hunter, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being a subscriber. And of course, I always appreciate anybody being a part of these runs. It means the world to me. Let's take a peek at this wonderful little guy here. I'm so excited to have this. Motor Drive. Oh my gosh. We have a Motor Drive Hunter. That is really good. So what we might be able to do here for reference is maybe bait in an Electric type move with something like our Queen, and then be able to like hard swap into Hunter to take that, boost the speed stat, and then just be able to hit like a truck on the back end. Now, you'll notice, by the way, here, guys, I am not worried about natures and things like that right now. I'm not going to do all that nature changing until we get to like some grinding off screen. The only reason being, honestly, it's not very exciting for you guys to see it. I'll talk about it once I jump into episode 2. But I think for now, again, guys, I am only looking at encounters and seeing what we can get here. And let's get our Viridian Forest encounter right now. I did not check Pokeballs. A Bronzong. That's a wall. It is a duplicate typing, at least on the Psychic end, but a Steel type I will take all day. And this thing should be really interesting. I'm going to Fake Out here. That does quite a chunk, actually. It's kind of surprising. All right. And then I'm just going to Branch Poke. I doubt this takes it out. Yeah. Imprison. Okay. I don't think I can go for anything else. I'm gonna try for a Pokeball. The good news is I don't think this thing will have much in the way of powerful moves. Hypnosis is very good. Let's try one more. Just like that, guys, we are sitting wonderfully at an amazing Pokemon here. I really like this nickname. We're going Dingus. This is Dingus. Dingus, thank you so much for being a part of this run. I really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing to the channel as well. Let's check you out here. Let's see what we got. A Careful Nature. Rocky Payload boosts the power of rock moves by 50%. Probably not very helpful, but a very cool ability nonetheless. And let's see what we can do here, guys. That's amazing. So we have got a very solid team on our hands. Absolutely a solid team on our hands. Some powerful mons, all very high as far as like what they are here to do is very clear, at least in my opinion. And so I am very excited to get these guys trained up. Let's heal up very quickly. And honestly, because we do have a few minutes, we might take a moment and kind of look at those nature changes, things like that. I'm not going to worry too much about the levels until we're off screen, just because it doesn't really matter too much. All right, so let's first and foremost, whoops, nope, not at all what I meant. Let's go over here. Let's get the berry pouch. Let's use it. Let's throw some orange berries on our team here. So again, this just as we saw, even in that the Chandelure fight, we saw those orange berries really doing a lot for us. That's very important. We need to be thinking about those items and what we want to do with them as we go through. But more importantly right now, guys, let's take a peek. So this is actually a pretty fast mon as it stands. I think it's definitely a physical attacker. So I think one thing we need to think about, what do we want to subtract and what do we want to add to? I think obvious subtraction is special attack. We're not going to be using really any special moves. If we look at what we've got here, obviously we've got physical branch poke and then physical fake out. If we're going for max damage, definitely adamant nature is the way to go. Otherwise, we could go speed, but with the fake out, I think I'm okay to just go adamant on ally here and get max attack without needing to boost that speed. Now, that might be incorrect. I don't know, but I think for now, that seems like the best bet. Let's check Veluza, or excuse me, Queen, I should say. So our special attack is low at the moment. This also, if I'm not mistaken, is a physical attacker. I kind of want to go plus speed nature here. Although, again, if I look at... So we've got Aqua Jet on here, which is first turn. So maybe we just don't. Maybe it's also adamant. Which I realize maybe seems a bit odd. But I don't know. I think that's maybe fine. I'm going to go adamant. We're going to do it. Two very interesting physical attackers here, actually. All right, let's check Sista. All right, so we've got a neutral nature on here right now. Let's check what we have on here, because that's obviously important. Definitely more on the special end. Our stats are not great. They are really not great. I think for the time being, we could just keep this neutral and maybe take another peek at it later. I think that might be the game plan, honestly. We're gonna let that be for the moment. This definitely feels like a plus special attack minus attack nature, just to get max damage off on this. If we get hit with that electric type move, we'd get a speed raise anyway. So I think this is modest all day. So let's go ahead and change that. That just seems like the best bet, right? Nope, that's adamant. Nope. All right, let's get modest in here. I do appreciate that they threw some of the more popular ones at the top of the list. That just makes it a little easier. All right, Dingus, definitely a wall, right? So this thing is just gonna sit here and tank moves all day. Now, I think in light of that, we probably wanna give this a minus speed nature because it really doesn't matter how fast it is. And I think actually, the plus special defense might be the way to go, just so we can kind of even out those defenses. So we are going to go plus special defense minus speed here. Again, understanding that this thing is not going to outspeed anything. There's just no way. And so I think that's probably the best bet. Maybe I'm wrong, but a sassy nature just seems great. And there we go, guys. I think what we're gonna do is save the game right here. We're a little early, but we're actually coming up on our normal time. So in between episodes, guys, what we're gonna do is train up the team. Probably not gonna get them all the way to the level 15 level cap. I don't think we need to go that far, but we will get them up to maybe at least level 10, just so we're very comfortable going into the Gary fight, or excuse me, the Unlucky fight. We've got as we do know, we've got a Brendan fight in Viridian Forest, as well as a few others that are, I think, potentially going to be a little scary. Some of those will be randomized, of course, so we'll see what those end up being. But then really, guys, if we make it to Pewter City, the following episode will be all about taking on Brock. So fingers crossed we can make it happen. I believe in us. I think we have got a phenomenal team to kick this one off. So I'm really excited to see how it goes. But guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you all. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next episode.